Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of inferences about populations. This is standard 7.12b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 18 off the 2018 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have the manager of a music store is surveying random sample of customers who shop in the store. These are their favorite types of music. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to take just this random sample. And so we've got all of these people, this is their favorite type of music. And we're going to make an inference. We're going to try to figure out what would happen for other music shoppers that are not being surveyed here. So based on the information in this table, what inference about the favorite type of music of all the customers? Well, he or she did not ask all of the customers. They just asked a random sample. So you can statistically take a random sample and you can make some inferences about the larger population. So if you wanted to know what 200 kids were going to do, you could maybe ask 20, and you can take that as a representative of a larger group. It's not always going to be 100% correct, but it's accurate a lot more often than you would think. So let's just take a look at some of these statements, and we'll see which one of these appears to be valid. That means is going to be true just based off what we know so far. So F, they, meaning the customers, are certain. So here we go, some key words here. Certain, less likely, certain. So before we get any further, so we've got this continuum here. So we've got less likely, these three words here, and then it gets a little bit stronger, more likely, and then certain means it's 100% going to happen. So you notice we've got not really going to happen, so not will not happen might be at like a 0%. So kind of think of it as percentages, like will not 0%, certain up at 100%. It kind of is on a continuum here. So they are certain to select rock or pop. Well, here's rock, here's pop. I can tell you that's wrong right now because that's 100%. It's 100% they're going to choose rock and pop. If those are the only two answers, then yes. What about country, jazz, classical, rap? We can't say they're certain to select rock or pop because there's a good chunk that like those other four options other than those two. So we cannot say it simply because of the word certain. They are less likely, okay? So we're almost going to use this as like a comparison here. Country or rap. So country is 27, rap is 12, so that's 39. So let's say they're less likely to select country or rap. 39 is less than, we could almost kind of put it there, than rock music. Rock is 37. They're about equally likely. They're actually slightly more likely, so no, we're going to say that doesn't work either. H, they are more likely, so we're going to do a little greater than here, to select country music, it's 27, then jazz, classical, or rap. So we're going to add all of those up. So 5, 9, 12. So that's 14, 12, 26. So yeah, I would say that's almost equally likely, but they are just barely more likely because 27 is greater than 26. So probably H, but let's go ahead and check on J. They are certain, that's going to be a hard one, 100%, to select any type of music other than jazz. Why do we have to hate on jazz? I can't say they're really likely. I would say they're really likely to select any type of music other than jazz, but I cannot say certain because we've got 5 people in our representative sample that like jazz, which means if we were to survey all of the customers, there are definitely going to be at least a few people that like jazz. So we can't say with 100% certainty that they are not going to pick jazz. So the answer here is going to be H. They are more likely to select country music than jazz, classical, or rap.